The JoLynn Braley Show, episode number 75. One Thought Shift for Weight Loss, episode number 8. Today, your question will be on the topic of your exercise habits. Welcome back to the JoLynn Braley Show with permanent weight loss coach JoLynn Braley. That's me. I coach smart, successful women and a few cool men to struggle-free weight loss in 8 weeks or less by following my proven step-by-step system, the Inner Self Diet. The diet that is not a diet. I have been doing this since 2009 and it works every time. But it only works for those who do it. You've got to actually get in the Inner Self Diet, do the steps in order to end all of your food and weight struggles in 8 weeks or less. Struggles like emotional eating, binge eating, yo-yo dieting, self-sabotage, low self-esteem, scale obsession, food obsession, whatever the problem is that is keeping you overweight and out of control with food and your body. These frustrating, fat-creating, unhealthy behaviors are healed and released in 8 weeks or less in my proven step-by-step coaching system in which I personally guide my amazing clients through my proven steps in real time over the phone. And what is very important is that all of those unhealthy behaviors that keep your body fat, they are replaced with healthy, empowering, awesome behaviors that will give you the body that you've always wanted. And you are going to love today's special edition episode of the JoLynn Braley Show, delivered to you in 10 minutes or less. Today, you are going to get a one thought shift for weight loss. Yes, delivered to you in the form of a question. So, to get the most out of this completely free weight loss podcast episode, grab pen and paper right now and write the question down that you're going to get, and then write your answer down to the question. There is a connection that occurs between the head, the hand, and the heart when you write pen on paper. You do not get that connection if you type on a keyboard. You absolutely don't get that connection if you only listen. So why not take full advantage of this completely free weight loss podcast? Grab your pen and paper now, and let's find out what today's one thought shift for weight loss is. What exactly will it take for me to be willing to change my exercise habits? What exactly will it take for me to be willing to change my exercise habits? If you have listened to more than one thought shift for weight loss episode of the JoLynn Braley Show, you know what you need to do. You know you need to write the question down and then write your answer down. And I sure hope that you are not waiting until you have some kind of a physical injury or ailment before you're willing to change your lifestyle. Because by the time an ailment shows up in the body, and this does include the problem of overweight and obesity, but by the time the physical symptom is present in the body, the energetic component, the vibration that matches that symptom in the body, it has been brewing for a very, very long time. All right? So the time to change is always now. The time to change and feel better. Not just feel better physically, but most importantly, feel better emotionally. Because when you feel better emotionally, it's going to be easier for you to live a healthy lifestyle so that you feel better physically. All right? The time is now. But you have to answer this question for yourself today. And if you have not listened to any of the other One Thought Shift for Weight Loss episodes, please go back to the first one and start there, and you can go in line because each one of these have been building upon the next. So you'll get a lot more out of this if you start from the One Thought Shift for Weight Loss episode number 1, which is that is episode number 63 of the JoLynn Braley Show. All right, and of course, remember as always that If you are struggling with food and your weight, if you're struggling to change your eating habits, if you're struggling to lose weight and keep it off forever, if you're struggling to have an easy time living a healthy lifestyle, then what's going on is that the struggle is always on the inside of you. Okay, there is a physical component such as sugar addiction, things like that. But the truth is, it only takes 3 days of eliminating those toxins from your food. Okay, it only takes 3 days of eating clean to get that stuff out of your system. So that's not the real problem, because that's pretty fast to get a physical addiction with the food out of your system. The real problem is always mindset. It's your inner self, it's your inner world. That's 92.8% of the challenge. Because if your body is fat and you don't want it to be fat, if you want to lose weight and you know what you need to do but you're not doing it, if you know you need to change your exercise habits and you know what kind of exercise habits you need to adopt, and you know what kind of eating habits you need to adopt, but you're not doing any of these things, that is a glaring sign that you have a mindset problem. And the good news is it can be fixed, and it can be actually fixed very quickly. My clients do it in 8 weeks or less because I coach them personally through my proven step-by-step system to a weight loss mindset. And I also, in my system, it includes accountability, and they actually get to work with me in real time over the phone. And, we do the work that needs to be done to get a weight loss mindset. You've got to have the right beliefs. You have to have an inner self that matches the body you want on the outside, because it is universal law. The inner and the outer always match. So if you are fat on the inside, you got to have a fat body on the outside. On the flip side, if you're fit, slim, healthy, strong, and sexy on the inside, then you'll have a body that matches that on the outside. Because if you're all that on the inside, then you will have thoughts that match that inner self. You will have emotions that match that inner self. And then you'll have behaviors that match that inner self. And then if your behaviors match that, then of course you're going to have a body that is thin, fit, sexy, awesome, and slim. Say that 10 times fast. It's kind of a tongue twister, but you know what I mean, okay? But also, if you keep a fat mindset, that's a mindset grounded in FAT, fear-attracting thoughts, okay? That includes the self-doubts, the low self-esteem, the low self-confidence, all of the emotional eating, binge eating, food addiction, food obsessions, food being your lover, your best friend, your comfort, your place to go, all that, scale obsession, beating yourself up, negative self-talk, not believing in yourself, all that stuff that is part of a fat mindset. There's a lot going on when you've got a fat mindset, but that mindset generates fat thoughts, which lead to fat emotions, which lead to fat behaviors, and then of course the body will match. So you can see that it doesn't mean that you're stupid or lazy. The fact that you're not doing what you know you need to do to lose weight. The problem is you don't have a weight loss mindset. And this is why the people that I coach through the Inner Self Diet, they are very smart and they're successful professionally. But before they worked with me, they were still struggling with food and their weight. So make sure that you follow through with today's episode here of the JoLynn Braley Show. And next week, I will be back. That will be episode number 76 of the JoLynn Braley Show, and it will actually be One Thought Shift for Weight Loss, episode number 9. All right, that's going to be a good one too. We've got quite a momentum going here with several of these One Thought Shift for Weight Loss episodes. However, we did have 5 weeks in between One Thought Shift for Weight Loss episode 4 and episode 5, and so they were the regular, full-length, regular podcast episodes of the JoLynn Braley Show in between there. But anyway, yeah. So next week will be another One Thought Shift for Weight Loss episode. That will be number 9. I am JoLynn Braley, permanent weight loss coach, founder of the Diet That Is Not a Diet, the Inner Self Diet. I wish you your best life, living fully empowered, loving yourself, liking yourself, living struggle-free with food and your weight in your ideal body. I wish you your best life living in your ideal body without the struggle. How would that feel? How would that feel if you were there right now? Wow. What if you could actually have that? Wouldn't that be awesome? I will see you next week on episode number 76 of the JoLynn Braley Show. Thanks again for tuning in.